Hi guys, welcome back for my next tutorial. This is my overnight sourdough pancake tutorial. I hope you guys love it. My boys rave about it. If I was gonna call one of my recipes world famous, this one would probably get those marks. So I hope you guys give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments. Please stay tuned for more tutorials as I release them. I am a busy stay-at-home homeschool mom, but I thought this would be a fun way to help other people out on their journey. So definitely give me some feedback in the comments. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, like the videos. I appreciate all the support. Whether you're just getting started with sourdough or you're an old pro at sourdough, I highly recommend giving these overnight sourdough pancakes a try. This recipe is a crowd favorite at my house. So let's get started. Here I have the milk and the sourdough starter, and I'm going to go ahead and blend them together. I use organic whole milk for this recipe. I like the extra fat. It helps keep the pancakes nice and soft. My starter that I have here, I used a soft wheat. I fresh mill my own flour. You don't have to for this recipe, but I recommend it because it's extra nutritious as opposed to shelf-stable flour. I have a soft wheat berry that I use for this recipe. So once I get the starter blended in, I'll go ahead and add the sugar. You don't have to keep track of all the measurements in the tutorial. I will list all of the ingredients below for you to simplify your life. So blend up that sugar in there. This is the first stage, so I don't put everything in at this stage because I am going to leave it on the counter for an extended period of time so that my pancake batter gets nice and fermented. Here I'm adding some organic olive oil. Normally I add my Kerrygold grass-fed butter to this recipe, but I was out, so I'm substituting my organic olive oil. If you have butter, I recommend butter. Butter makes everything better. It is an optical illusion. I am not eyeballing all of my ingredients. There's a scale underneath my mixing bowl, so just so you know, I'm not eyeballing this recipe. I like things to be nice and precise so they are repeatable. Next up, we're going to weigh out the soft wheat berries to grind into fresh milled flour. I measure everything in grams, and here's my soft white wheat berries. If you don't fresh mill, again, I highly recommend considering it. It's very easy. It's one extra step, and you don't store a bunch of extra flour. You mill as you go. You mill right into the mixing bowl. It really only adds a couple minutes. I'll show you in this tutorial. You just turn on your mill, add your grain above. Your wheat berries is what they are referred to. It mills it immediately into your mixing bowl. You don't even need another container. So I highly recommend considering it. This is how you're going to get the maximum nutrition out of your bread products. And it's so much healthier. A lot of people who have gluten intolerances, they don't have a problem with this. You can see I have mine set to the finest setting, that 0 setting, and it produces a really fine, nice flour to work with. We're almost ready to let it sit and ferment. Let's mix it up real quick. At this stage, I don't add any of my other ingredients until the morning of that I'm going to make my pancakes. Sometimes, depending on my timing, I'll let my dough sit on the counter during the day. Then I will tuck it into the fridge at night. If I'm making my recipe at night, then I just leave it on the counter overnight, add the eggs, baking soda, and powder in the morning. The magic of this recipe is letting the dough sit, so don't skimp on that stage. Think 8 to 12 hours. So now the dough has been sitting overnight on my counter, so now I'm going to add my ingredients prior to actually baking up the pancakes in the morning. Here I'm going to add my eggs. I have baking powder. I have baking soda. Once I add all these ingredients, I will give it just 15 to 20 minutes while I heat up my griddle. And I feel like when I do that, all the ingredients have a chance to activate and they're ready to go. My griddle is ready now. The batter has been sitting for about 15 minutes. I'm going to butter the griddle because, like I said before, butter makes everything better. Now it's time to go ahead and cook up those pancakes. I wait for it to start bubbling before I flip. If my boys are involved in the process, they require me to include chocolate chips in their sourdough pancakes, but that of course is optional. I hope you guys give this recipe a try and let me know what you think in the comments. If you are enjoying the tutorials, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. It makes all the difference with YouTube and their algorithms. Helps other people find my tutorials. So I appreciate it. It's a free way to give back.